Did they actually fucking do that though? Like, did they used to just take horses and like just charge right in them? Like, that just doesn't look smart in any way. Reapers, what's this good? It's your boy Laser. He's about to make another reaction video. He's on reaction content. So continue to laugh. He's in 5 brutal facts and tales surrounding the Vikings. That's those Vikings. They were some crazy ass motherfuckers back in the day, bro. Sailing the ships. Now, if you enjoy scary content or do you guys want more history reaction videos like this in the future, it's basically that, man. You subscribe to the notification bell icon. I'll stream every night on Twitch. And check out my music stuff on all platforms. Let's dive straight in this video.
Vikings' power. The known Viking Age was born out of their initial expansion across the North Sea to England in the late 9th century.
Vikings were crazy, bro.
Very little is known or generally agreed upon by historians before this time. And while the term Viking or similar was in use in Northern Europe, it wasn't yet associated with the Scandinavian barbarians. It had long been believed that a raid carried out on the abbey at Lindisfarne in Northumbria was the first time Vikings visited British shores, when it was attacked in 793 AD by a raiding party from modern-day Denmark. And it is this point that the Viking Age is considered to have begun. The Vikings committed acts of shocking brutality on the monks at the abbey, with many cut down as they prayed to God for salvation.
God, Lord, please help me. There's a crazy ass Viking coming for my ass. Crazy how motherfuckers would swing like axes at these. Like, they would take like spears, bro. Was it like axes too? The axes existed back then, right? Oh, yeah, they existed. I'm pretty sure. They would just hit, like, cut people's heads off, all that shit. Damn, bro, that's crazy.
While some were hurled into the sea to drown or be washed on to the jagged rocks. A few lucky ones were taken as slaves back to Denmark, along with the treasures they had plundered. However, this was not the first time Vikings had visited the British Isles. In 789 AD, a group of Vikings landed on the Isle of Portland in Dorset and murdered a local official. Before the Vikings came, it was common for English and Scottish settlements to be built in isolated areas, so the people could live with as little interference from their respective rulers as possible. But this had the effect of making them extremely vulnerable to Viking raids, and this no doubt...
And all of a sudden, like, imagine someone's telling a scary story, bro, and all of a sudden, everything turned bloody red, bloody red, bloody red. Dude, why do fucking spiders keep hanging themselves like right on the fucking side of my monitor, man? So annoying.
Further raids by the Vikings.
Where's my fucking knife? Holy, get the fuck away. Nobody likes
the global superpower.
Fuck out of here, bitch.
Despite lacking a central government, over the next 300 years, the Vikings' reach would expand exponentially. A year after the raid on Lindisfarne, attacks were made on settlements in Scotland, and a year after that in Ireland. France had begun to be raided in 790 AD, and after a long period of conflict, in which territory was ceded to them, the Vikings hit Cadiz in northern Spain in 842 AD, reaching Portugal for the first time 2 years later.
They all had beards, bro.
Recordings by Italian...
Was that like a Viking, like, norm? Was that like a dress code for them? Like, you know how, like, for, like, facial hair, I'm saying. Like, did Vikings just have to have like, beards? Like, I don't think I've seen one Viking without a beard. It was either that or, like, big, thick-ass mustaches, pretty much. I think, like, every single one had some sort of facial hair. I don't know one Viking that didn't have, like, seeing a Viking without, like, a beard is like seeing a fucking pregnant Asian lady for the first time. Like, have you ever seen a pregnant Asian lady? I don't think anyone's seen a pregnant Asian lady. That's like one of those shower thoughts or whatever. Like, have you ever dreamed of, like, using your phone in a dream? Like, it's like, if that made sense, I don't know. I remember seeing that, like, shower thought. Like, you never seen a pregnant Asian lady, and you never seen, like, a fucking, yeah, like a phone in a dream, something like that.
Monks tell of Vikings reaching Italy in 860 AD, where they again conducted raids against poorly defended settlements. Not all of their expansion was centered around bloodthirsty conquest, however. Along the Baltic coastlines of Central Europe, they established trading settlements with the Slavic peoples, who they had shared ancestry with. They would offer their services as mercenaries to local governments, in exchange for exclusive trading rights, and helped maintain peace between warring factions. But Viking power did not go unchallenged, with the Finnish and Slavic uprising in 862, expelling Swedish Vikings from Eastern Europe. In 860 AD, a Viking force of over 200 vessels made an attack on Constantinople.
This is just the Reaper clan, bro. This is my clan right here. Join the Reaper clan. If you want to know how to join the Reaper clan, you hit that join perk button right below my YouTube channel, bro. It's crazy how like we're popping off right now, bro. Like we're the hot topic. Everyone's just like, it's crazy how everyone's just like talking about us right now. We're all just trying to figure out like, you know, how the future is going to be. The future looks bright shit. We're all just trying to figure out what's happening. Like, it's crazy how we're the hot topic right now, but we're just trending. I'm so proud of how far our community has come. Reapers!
Modern-day Istanbul in Turkey, which was then the richest city in Europe. Additionally, it had been recorded that the Vikings made contact with Arab traders, and it had long been believed that some daring Viking merchants even made it to Iraq. In 2015, a Viking tomb was found to house a ring with Arabic inscriptions inside, supporting this belief. Records made in Ireland in the 11th century tell of Viking raids in North Africa sometime in the 860s, where a number of slaves were brought back to the British Isles. At least 3 burial sites have been found in Britain containing bodies with African DNA from this period.
What the fuck?
Perhaps their most famous exploit
Wednesday?
revolves around their
Saturday.
expansion west across the Atlantic, settling in Greenland, Iceland, and eventually Newfoundland in Canada, although these were of lesser importance than their endeavours in Europe. All this simply means that the Vikings were a true superpower in their day.
Damn, it's crazy.
Viking brutality. While historians have for a number of years been fascinated by Viking technical innovation, craftwork, and culture, we must not forget that the Viking reputation for savagery was well earned. In the early years of their expansion, Vikings deliberately targeted the weakest settlements.
Bro, it's crazy how like these fuckers on like these ships would get like diseases before they would even reach like the fucking like destination. Like diseases was just like a normal fucking thing. Like, oh no, you're hopping on this ship. Let's hope you don't get fucking I don't know, you don't have like maggots just coming out of your pee-pee hole all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Like getting a disease back then or dying from like something just not like, I feel like it was like I feel like dying from age or like just a natural cause, like a normal natural cause, like back in like these days was like equivalent to like winning a lottery ticket. Like I don't think anyone, like barely anyone would actually reach like, well, I know the age span has like increased like as time has gone. Like it used to be fucking like I don't know, the average age span used to be like 30 to 40 to like 30 to 40-ish, you know? Now it's like 70. That's like the average life death span, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, diseases was just a normal thing back then. Oh no.
Among the coastline, so they could attack quickly, overwhelming the people who lived there, engaging in rape, plunder, arson, and the taking of slaves. No one was spared from their savagery. They would then quickly retreat before a force could be organised against them. As their power and strength grew, the Vikings became more militarily organised, being able to carry out full military campaigns, such as the siege and sacking of Paris in 845 AD. Being captured by Vikings often meant a grisly end, especially for enemy rulers. In 869 AD, Vikings captured the Saxon king, Edmund the Martyr, and tied him to a tree, where he was used for archery practice.
Oh, target.
Perhaps the most famous form of execution at the hands of the Vikings, as we discussed in depth in a previous video, was the blood eagle, a procedure in which the lungs of a victim were violently removed out of their back to make wings. However, the Vikings also found themselves on the wrong end of such atrocities. On November the 13th, 1002 AD, King Ethelred of England ordered the killing of all Danish-born men in his realm, in retaliation for raids by Danish Vikings. Remembered as the St. Brice's Day Massacre, it's unknown how many Danish Vikings were killed, but some were deposited in mass graves, such as one found under St. John's College in Oxford in 2008. The massacre only angered the Vikings, encouraged retaliations, and in turn more bloodshed.
Skull, bro. Oh man. Nice.
Viking royalty. As they asserted themselves more and more within Europe, the Vikings began to claim and hold land in the British Isles and mainland Europe, rather than simply raiding their settlements. Still being outnumbered by the local inhabitants, the Vikings often had to resort to diplomacy, rather than open warfare, in order to secure these lands. and that meant marriage between the nobilities of both sides. One of the most significant of these was Gangrolf, known also as Rollo of Normandy, and the daughter of the French king, Charles
This motherfucker's covered, bro. This motherfucker's covered. Damn. Look at this. You just look how tough this guy is. We got a tough guy. No, really, this guy does look tough. This guy so would steal like a fucking lady at like a barbecue. I don't fucking know. Imagine this guy just pulls up to like a barbecue, bro. He says, let me take your hot dog with ketchup and mustard on it. I don't even know what it says.
In 911, a group of Vikings led by Rollo were once again besieged in Paris, but after defeating the Viking in battle, Charles decided to negotiate with Rollo, in exchange for helping defend Charles's kingdom and converting to Christianity. Rollo would be granted the legal right to rule over an area of northern France. Charles's daughter would also be married to Rollo to seal the deal with a shared bloodline, although historians argue whether she was a real person or a fictional one to entice him into agreeing.
Why do I look like her, bro? That's making me uncomfortable. Why do I look like her? That's making me really uncomfortable.
Rollo's land became
She's got like that
known as
man
Normandy,
face.
in reference to its new Viking
Sorry,
masters,
not
who
sorry.
became Normans. Normandy would have a major influence on the political map of Europe in the coming decades, most significantly when the Norman William the Conqueror launched his invasion of England in 1066, defeating the English king Harold at the Battle of Hastings. From then on, as the Vikings themselves began to disappear, their bloodlines would continue to mix with the aristocracy and royal families of Europe, to the point where nearly every royal family today has some Viking DNA in their genes.
Number 1.
The end. Empires rise and fall for a number of reasons, but what happened to the Viking culture is particularly interesting to historians, for unlike other empires, they did not fall, but rather adapted to the winds of change. The last great Viking invasion of England occurred just before William the Conqueror's invasion in 1066, and was successfully repelled by King Harold before he met his fate at Hastings. Slowly but surely, the raids began to stop as the defences around European targets were improved, as a result of nearly 3 centuries of experience with Viking attacks. It soon became more profitable for the Vikings to use their influence and territories to trade peacefully with their victims' descendants, many of whom had now merged their smaller kingdoms into larger nations, under one ruler, thus making them stronger. This happened to the Vikings too, as their leaders joined together to create more powerful states, resulting in newly created countries such as Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. These descendants of Vikings created their own royal dynasties, further infusing Viking blood.
Damn, that poor fucking horse. Oh my god. This motherfucker is going like right into these fuckers. Damn, these horses, look at them, bro. They're suffering all that pain right there. Meow. Horses make meow sounds, right? No, but like, this is like very hard to watch. I'm not trying to be soft. I'm kidding. This is just like an art painting, but still. Well, I don't know. What if someone like this was real, like a photo, but they made it like they added some effects to it? No, all jokes aside, like, damn, this horse is going all in on these motherfuckers, bro. They're like all just spearing this bitch, and this fucker's like just trying to knock them away. That's crazy.
Into the European bloodline.
Did they actually fucking do that though? Like, did they used to just take horses and like just charge right into them? Like, that just doesn't look smart in any way. That's not good strategy right there. That's not good strategic decision making. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just asking to get like, I don't know, die.
Finally, Viking culture was slowly diluted by the Christianization of Europe. Vikings began to embrace the very religion that they sought to plunder from when they first began sailing away from their homelands. But their influence quietly remains today, with many of Britain and Europe's cities having first been founded by this incredible race of explorers and warriors. So that's 5 brutal facts.
Well, guys, this is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Which one of those brutal facts and tales surrounding the Vikings was the most interesting to you? Enjoy scary content. Use more scary videos and features than to do. I'll see you next one. Peace.